One of the dishes I'm fixing tonight to go with supper is green beans. And I use canned green beans. I don't have any fresh or any that I put up or anything. So I'm using canned green beans. And I like the Del Monte, their farmhouse cut green beans. And I'm going to drain these in a little Tupperware drainer that I've got. And then I'm going to put them in the pan and add some water to them. Lucy, you just need to be quiet. She decided she's going to bark. So I'm going to try to do this with this little tripod I've got. But I'm putting the green beans in the pan. Now I'm going to take 2 cups of water. And I'm going to add it back in. They just taste so much better if you don't use the juice that's in them. I have found that out. Okay, let me get this thing situated, y'all. Okay, I'm going to add some olive oil. Sometimes I use my bacon grease, but this time I'm not. Sometimes I use the olive oil. And I also put in a little sugar because that's how my family likes it. I don't have a set amount. I just kind of measure it. Just eyeball it, so to speak. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn these on high. And I'm going to leave them on high. And I am going to cook those until all the juice cook out. Every bit of it cooks out. These are some of the best green beans fixed like this. And this is how my family likes them, and this is how I make them. I don't put onions in them. I don't put ham in them. I just fix them simple like this, and that's how my family likes it. So I just thought I'd show you how I make the green beans, and I'll be back. Okay, my green beans are boiling. I've got my little thin pork chops out for them. I have dried them off, all of them, and I'm going to let them sit out for about 30 minutes to get room temperature before I start cooking them. Now, I should explain about why I'm going to let the pork chops sit out for 30 minutes. When you want to get your grease hot in your skillet, and if you take meat just right out of the refrigerator and get it put in the skillet, it's going to cool that grease down a whole lot. So if you have these about room temperature, then they're going to have some of that chill taken off of them from being in the fridge, and it won't cool your grease down nearly as fast. Okay. I don't know why my light's so bright on this, but anyway, the green beans are cooking down. That's what I want them to do, and I'm going to cook them until all of the liquid is gone out of them. Okay, I just turned my skillet on. I'm going to get that heated up. I've got it on number 5. I've got my egg mixture and my flour. And when this gets hot, I'm going to bring over my pork chops. And I'm going to dip them into the egg mixture and then roll them in the flour and then put them in the hot grease. I've already put some salt and pepper in my flour. And I've also got the salt and pepper sitting by the stove because when the pork chops are cooking, I like to salt each side of them a little bit. So I'm going to let this skillet get heated up. And then I'm going to bring those pork chops over here and then start putting them in the egg and milk mixture and then roll them in the flour and get them put in the oven. Or not the oven, look, listen to me. In the skillet, not the oven. I don't know what I'm thinking of. I guess I got oven on the brain. Okay, I threw just a little pinch of flour in my skillet to test the oil, and I think it's hot enough. So now I'm going to take these. I'm going to try to turn this camera where y'all can see everything that I'm doing. Just bear with me. You can see I've got one put in there. Now, I'm not going to have you watch me do every single one of these. But it's a sizzling good, so it's good and hot. I learned that many, many, many years ago about throwing a little pinch of flour in the grease. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these in here, and then I'll be back. Here's the pork chops for cooking away. Here's some of the pork chops I've got done. I place them on a rack over a cookie sheet so that they're not sitting in the grease, and it helps keep them crisper this way. Now this is the stuffing mix I make. Some people say unless it goes in the bird, it's not stuffing, it's dressing. Some people say it's dressing, not stuffing. I grew up with calling it stuffing, regardless of whether it went in the bird or it didn't go in the bird. It was always called stuffing. My mama did that, my mom did that, and I did it my whole life. So I'm not here to argue with anybody. On the box it says stuffing mix. I made it in a pan. This is the Aldi brand. It is less than $1 a box, and it is delicious.
Frugal place. The life of an influencer.
Okay. Well, Sweet Eric just got in. He's going to get him some supper, and I want to see how good this stuff is. Looks pretty good.
I'm sure it's good. Hello. How good?
How's the green beans?
I ain't got to them yet. They're as good as always.
Good. And of course, the stuffing is from Aldi's, and it's good. We know that.
Yeah.
That stuff is cheap, but it is good. So, it's Sweet Eric approved. I hope y'all had a blessed day. Remember, it'll be okay, and I love y'all.